So, what exactly is a sales funnel? A sales funnel, in the very simplest form, is really a way that you're able to drive traffic, right? A specific kind of process where you're able to take them from the first step of not ever really knowing about you, not really knowing about your product, your service, your brand, and then moving them to where they actually become a paying customer. Now, some people will stay at certain stages throughout the sales funnel and never reach the bottom, but it's really important to understand that this is all a process and a system for us to move people from point A to point B where they're actually a paying customer. The whole intention of a sales funnel is to have a very broad opening at the very top so that we can capture as many leads as possible. We want people to raise their hand essentially and say, hey, yes, I have seen your ad, I've seen your marketing material, and I'm interested in what you have to offer. And so at that given stage at the very top, right, they have come in contact with some sort of marketing material. As they move down through the different stages, you're building trust, you're building, credibility, and you're really building that authority as that trusted, individual that is going to help them accomplish whatever goal, solve whatever problem with your product or service. Now, no matter what you're trying to sell on the web, or really just anything in general that you're trying to sell, you want to have a sales funnel because this is going to be the best way that you are able to move people, as I mentioned, from point A without ever knowing about who you are, what you do, how you can help them, to actually becoming a actual customer that you can build a long-term relationship with, right? So in any kind of given sales scenario, sales process, you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself right as that trusted source, as that trusted, credible expert, and that you're able to drive people from every single stage down to the very bottom where they're actually a paying customer. So why do all businesses need sales funnels? Well, it's really important to have a sales funnel in your business now day and age because consumers are more sophisticated than ever before. They can literally go onto Google and Google whatever it is that they're looking to find out and find out if your product or service is actually a good product, if there's reviews, recommendations, and really are able to do their due diligence. Because back in the day where there wasn't internet, so there wasn't any ability to go on something to verify information, you had to go back to the records and whatnot at like the library or Chamber of Commerce and all these different places. They weren't able to get information as readily and easily as they're able to today, right? And with the consumers being a lot more sophisticated, selling today isn't as simple as sending somebody to a landing page and telling them to buy, right? We have to be able to build that trust, that credibility, and that authority by nurturing those leads into actual paying customers over time. Somebody may come in at the very top of the funnel and they may get a free lead magnet, they may get some valuable information, but they may not be ready to purchase at that particular moment. So what we do with the sales funnel is we nurture them, continue to market to them so that when they are ready to purchase, they can go ahead and make that purchase because they've seen your brand multiple times. They're familiar with it. You are now a trusted source. You provided value, and it's easy for them now to become paying customers. Now, one of the things to understand is that depending on your particular product or service, your sales cycle may be from a few minutes to right away to several months, right? Weeks, even years for large types of deals. So it's really important to understand that a large percentage of people that land on your landing page and go through your sales funnel at the very top may not be ready to buy. So that's where you come in and provide just an enormous amount of value, right? That positions you correctly. Because if you're just trying to sell everybody at every particular stage, right, then you're going to get seen as somebody who is just trying to sell a product or a service. But if you are just continuing to provide value, right, continuing to provide valuable content and information, and then at each particular piece of content that they're consuming, if you have a specific offer there, right? Then that's where you can easily attract those, first time buyers. Because if you're just blatantly trying to sell somebody on your product or service right out of the gate or at really any given stage, and you're doing it kind of forcefully, you're going to turn a lot of these new kind of sophisticated customers, off, because people want to make sure that they're buying with their own kind of emotion. They're not just trying to get sold. And so, as you know, people love to buy and hate to get sold. So when you're kind of just like, hey, here's this valuable information, here's this great content you can consume, and hey, if you want to learn more and you want to get to that next level, hey, here's an offer to purchase X product or Y service, from me, so that, it could aid you and help you getting to that next level. And as I mentioned, with the sales funnel, you're rarely trying to get people to buy on that first interaction, unless you have a specific product. And I have a specific sales funnel that I'm going to go through later on in this course, where you have like a one-time offer in the very beginning, but that's going to be different than most funnels, where you're really just trying to get somebody to input their information, right, their contact information, so you can put them into your funnel, and then you can continue to provide them value, right, so that they'll eventually turn into a paying customer. Now, with working in the digital marketing space and working with a ton of different types of businesses, one of the things that I found out for the most part is that very, very few of them have actual sales funnels. And with the sales funnel, it can increase that lifetime value of a particular customer or client, right? Whatever that may be, because what ends up happening is that, let's say for like a dentist, right? You bring somebody in for a low ticket offer, or maybe something for free, free teeth cleaning. Once they actually become now a patient, you can then continue to market to them and upsell different products, right? Different kind of procedures. So then after that teeth cleaning, maybe you have teeth whitening, and then maybe you have a 6-month checkup, and then after that you have maybe like an implant or whatever that may be. As long as you're moving that particular patient right up that value ladder through your sales funnel there, where they're continuing to purchase higher ticket items, right? That's the whole intention and the goal of that sales funnel. It increases the lifetime value, and the initial purchase is just the beginning. All right, so that's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about the 3 phases of a sales funnel. Now, this is going to be like a 50,000-foot view of what a sales funnel looks like. This is something where we have 3 particular areas that we really look to have as far as our key points and elements within our sales funnel. We want to make sure that we have these 3 areas so that we know where everybody's at each particular stage. And these 3 phases are very simply top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So the top of funnel, as you can see here, is typically where we're providing valuable information, a cheat sheet, educational content, maybe like a blog post that you're sending people to. You're making them aware of a pain, a problem that they have that is, kind of unconsciously there, but hasn't been brought up to, the conscious level. And you also may be presenting them with an opportunity that may be available to them. And if they don't take advantage of that opportunity, they may lose out on that particular opportunity. Now, the next phase is the middle of funnel. And this is where you're presenting a problem, a pain, and you're presenting a solution. So you're letting people know that, hey, if you're struggling with X, Y, and Z, here's a solution that can help you alleviate, accomplish, tear down, or whatever that may be. And with each particular valuable information you're providing, you'll always have an offer at the very end that lets them know, hey, if you want to learn more, if you want to learn how you can, take, X, Y, Z to the next level, here's how you can accomplish this faster. Here's how you can learn more, right? So you're always having an offer at the very end of each valuable piece of information, but you're never leading with the offer. You're never leading with trying to make a sale. It's just, here's this value for you. And if you want to learn more, then here's the next steps. And then at the bottom of the funnel, this is where you have social proof, you have reviews, you have testimonials. Let's say you're running like Facebook ads, right? This is where you're going to, have a retargeting audience that you have already shown to maybe a blog post, maybe they've downloaded an ebook, right? A lead magnet. So they're familiar with you already. They've seen your brand multiple times. And now it's just a matter of, hey, here's this pricing. People are at that buyer stage for the most part, right? Here's some testimonials and they're, essentially ready to go. So with any particular sales funnel that you're developing, you're building, you're putting together, I want you to always look at it from these 3 top phases, because this is what's going to help you give you the overall framework of a particular sales funnel, knowing that you have specific sets of data and criteria at the top of the funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. Okay, so that's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the 4 stages of a sales funnel. Now, this is getting a little bit more micro here. We took a look at the macro version there as far as the top of funnel, the middle of funnel, and the bottom of funnel. Those are kind of the 50,000 foot view macro type of outlook. And now this is a little bit more micro, where we're going to be looking at 4 different stages here. So the first stage here is the awareness. Okay, this is where we're actually helping people become aware of our particular product, our service, our brand. And this is going to be through several different ways, through advertising, marketing, if we're doing anything as far as social media, if we have any type of referral program, whatever that may be. We have put our product or service in front of our target market, and they have become aware of our service and our product. So after they become aware, then they actually become interested in our particular product and service by learning about it. This is where we really position ourselves as that credible expert by providing valuable content information through blog posts, maybe some sort of lead magnets that we're presenting to somebody about how they can improve X, Y, and Z, or increase X, Y, and Z. So then we're being seen as that, credible, trusted, authoritative expert. So once they've become interested in the product or service, then they make the decision. We create the desire where the prospect already knows exactly what we do, how we can help them, and how our product or service can solve their problems, right? They know that by utilizing our product and service, their lives can become better because we have shown them how their lives can improve through maybe a lead magnet, whatever that may be that we have provided to our prospect free of charge, so they can truly see our value and see that, hey, with this free information, it's extremely valuable. I wonder how much value it's going to have with the paid type of, product or service that they may have. So after that, then there's the action stage where they've actually, seen everything. They've gone through your whole entire, funnel as far as the awareness, the interest, the decision, and now it's time to take the action. Now, once you have succeeded with creating that desire, creating that, decision phase, the next step is to tell them to take the immediate action. And oftentimes people miss this because if you're not telling people exactly what to do, click here, buy now, press this button over here, then oftentimes you're going to miss out on a lot of sales because people need to be directed. They need to be led to, make a decision, because oftentimes people are, scared. They, may not like to take risks. And so it's important for you to let people know that this is a limited time offer. If you're creating maybe some sense of urgency, letting them know that, hey, if you don't purchase right now, in 2 to 3 days or whatever, you're going to lose this price and you're not going to be able to get these additional bonuses that may come with this product or service as well. So leading people to make that purchasing decision, right? Because they've seen all your material, they've seen all your lead magnets, your valuable content pieces, so they should be ready to go. And oftentimes people are easily able to procrastinate, so we want to get them to take that action by telling them exactly what to do. Now, if you want to see a good example of the action phase, go to any particular Amazon.com listing and you look at any kind of product. They're always, for the most part, going to put buy this product and receive it within 24 hours, or receive it the next day if you purchase within, and then there's a timer there of like a number of hours that you need to purchase within to get this product within that allotted time. So that's it for this video here. Just wanted to give you the 4 stages of a sales funnel. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about macro and micro conversions. Now, in its simplest form, a macro conversion is essentially the user's action that they're taking that represents the primary objective of your sales funnel, of your website, whatever that may be, right? So a simple example here is for an e-commerce website. Let's say you have e-commerce, Shopify store, drop shipping store, whatever that may be. The macro conversion is likely going to be them making a purchase. Just like we were looking at the macro version of our sales funnel in the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel, the ultimate intention is when somebody goes through our sales funnel, right, is to get them to purchase a product or service. And that's what the macro conversion is really about. Now, the micro conversions, this is where we're actually getting people to, move and take an action at each particular stage. So let's say if somebody, submits their information to download the lead magnet, that's a micro conversion. It's the individual steps, right? That critical path towards reaching that ultimate sale of a purchased product or service, right? So it's important to understand the difference here. The macro is, I want, X, Y, and Z to happen. I want this person to become a paying customer. The micro conversions are simply the steps necessary, the individual or whoever it is that they're taking to get to that actual purchase, product or service. So continuing with the e-commerce example here, let's say that you're like running ads on Facebook and you have like a particular video that you're, having for your product or service. Let's say it's like a, cat product that you're looking to promote or sell on Facebook, and you have like a video of that cat product or somebody using that cat product. Now, the great thing about Facebook is that you're able to create retargeting audiences of people who have watched a percentage of that video. And those are going to be the micro conversions. If somebody watched 75% of that video, that's a micro conversion because they've taken action and they have shown interest, right, in that particular product. Now, if somebody watches it 100%, they are taking a micro conversion, but it's a lot more valuable micro conversion, because if somebody is spending their time watching a video for 100% of the time of its entirety, right, then they're going to be a hot prospect. So any particular step that somebody takes through your sales funnel that doesn't include the overall, ultimate goal of a purchase is going to be a micro conversion. All right, so that's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. So what is market sophistication? Now, this may sound like a high-level term that is quite complicated, complex, but really it's not. In its simplest form, the market sophistication is a term used to describe the level of awareness of your marketplace, and it's a term that was first coined by Eugene Schwartz in his groundbreaking book, Breakthrough Advertising. Now, this book is typically not for sale. It's hard to find, but I'm sure you can find some sort of ebook version of it online. I highly recommend you pick this up if you want to become a better copywriter. You want to understand, human psychology, behavior psychology on a whole nother level, to, want to sell more products and services. Highly recommend that. So this is really about how many similar products or services that your market has been told about before. And with the market sophistication, there's 5 stages that we need to be aware of. And remember that each particular stage of market sophistication is where your prospect is with knowing about your product or service, right? Because of the marketing and advertising that's been out there in the marketplace. Now, in the number 1 stage here, they are the most aware. Your prospect knows about your product, and all they really care about is, okay, what's the price? How can it help me, right? And with stage 2, they are product aware. So they know what you sell. but they don't know that it may be the right solution for them. They don't know that it may be, the right thing for them to purchase at that particular time. And with stage 3, they are solution aware. They understand and know that they want a particular outcome, a particular result, but they don't really know that you actually provide that service, right? And they don't know that you're actually maybe somebody who provides that product, right? So they just know that they have a problem and there's a solution out there, and they don't really know who actually provides that particular solution to their problem. And with stage 4, they are problem aware. So they understand and know that, hey, something isn't right here, something's going on, but I don't know if somebody can help me. Just like a simple example of this is like depression, unfortunately, right? If you're experiencing depression, oftentimes you know that, hey, something's wrong here. I don't know, I'm just not feeling good. But, they don't really know that there's a solution out there. Oftentimes nowadays it's just a matter of going to your doctor and getting, some sort of prescription, but that's a whole nother story. But the point I'm trying to make here is that they know that they have a problem, but they don't really know that there's actually a solution out there that can help them, right, solve that particular problem. And finally, with stage 5, they are completely unaware of your product or service, of a problem that they may have, a solution, whatever that may be. They're just completely unaware. They more or less just have an opinion on a particular product or service, but they don't sense or have the kind of thought pattern of, hey, I got a problem and I want XYZ product and service. Now, the way that I want you to think about the market sophistication is just think about years back, right? Back in the day when the internet kind of first started, there was a lot of offers on, and really just marketing and advertising in general. There's a lot of offers talking about how to lose weight, okay? This is where, you had people that were just wanting to lose weight. They knew they had a problem. But then as everybody and their mom and a lot more marketers coming out there talking about how to lose weight, it got kind of saturated, right? So then they had to change up their marketing pitch or their sales pitch to how to lose weight fast, right? And so once they kind of differentiated themselves and were talking about how to lose weight fast, a bunch of players came into the marketplace and started copying and doing the same thing. Hey, how to lose weight fast. Then they had to change it up even more and say how to lose weight fast without having to give up, sweets, or how to lose weight fast without having to exercise. So as you continue to kind of get down in the stages of market sophistication, it's all dependent upon where your individual prospect is at, right? If they are and have been pitched, all these different things, how to lose weight fast, how to lose weight with XYZ product, how to lose weight without having to exercise, all these different things. Now they are looking for a real viable solution that is different from all those. So then that particular stage is more like you have a particular unique mechanism that is helping these people. So it's no longer how to lose weight fast without exercising. It's how to lose weight fast without dieting, without exercising, and without having to get a gym membership. Something like that, where it's going above and beyond and it's differentiating the offer, right, to that particular individual, even though it may be the same product or service. But since the actual market is aware that there's so many people out there talking about how to lose weight fast, this and that, that they want something that it may even be the same product or service, but they want it to be positioned in a different manner. Because if you told somebody that, hey, I have a solution for you on how to lose weight fast without dieting, without exercising, and without having to join a gym, I mean, it's like this whole new product has been invented, and they're like, oh wow, that's interesting, that's unique. When in all reality, it may still be the same product as before, but now the market has, become accustomed to getting pitched that same old story, that same old offer. They are more sophisticated, and now they need a unique mechanism to help them, actually become a paying customer because they've been fed all this stuff in the past. Okay, so that's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about a sales pipeline versus a sales funnel. Now, so many people often get this confused. They use those words interchangeably. However, a funnel suggests the number of prospects that you're working with that steadily drops off as the sales process goes on. So, your sales funnel is guiding people through the different stages of actually becoming a paying customer, right? And with a sales pipeline, that typically is a process where leads have gone through the series of funnel stages. They have either purchased a low ticket product or service, they've signed up for a demo, and have submitted their contact information to learn more. So once they've done any one of those number of things, they're moved into a sales pipeline so that they can get to that next step in that pipeline. Because a sales funnel is just trying to get people interested, trying to get people to become aware, trying to get people to have and take different micro conversions. Now, this is a really good illustration here of a sales pipeline where you have people that have either opted in, they've maybe bought a low ticket kind of tripwire offer, and they have been qualified. Maybe they've had a quick phone call, they signed up for a demo, right? And so now they're in the different stages of the sales pipeline. Now, with a sales funnel, that's the difference here, is that people are first coming here down this sales funnel to different varying stages, right? And then they are, turning into and becoming actual sales prospects in the sales pipeline because they've taken a specific action. They have, bought something, and now they're on to the next stage. So just wanted to record this one here to really give you the understanding that sales pipeline and sales funnel are two different things. A sales pipeline is where you're putting people after they've taken a number of different steps in your sales funnel, and then now they are looking to become a long-term type of customer where you have a product or service that you're looking to present to them. So that's it for this video here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about the 3-step local business sales funnel. Now, this is one of the easiest, most simplest funnels out there. I use this one all the time. I work in the digital marketing space. I help a lot of local businesses, national businesses, generate more leads and sales online through digital marketing. So this 3-step local business sales funnel works extremely well, and I'm going to walk you through this here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into this here. We have the first step here, which is the ad, right? This is where we're going to be showing people our particular ad that is talking to them about their problem, talking to them about offering value, talking to them about a discount type of offer that we're presenting to them, whatever that may be, right? We are showing the audience a particular ad that is talking to their specific wants and needs. And depending on kind of what we're looking to accomplish here, oftentimes we may give them some valuable information. Oftentimes it may be an actual offer, right? A discount offer, which is something that works extremely well in the local space. So for example, let's say that you are a chiropractor or you are a dentist. A discount offer can be like a $27 or $21 exam consultation and adjustment that somebody can take advantage of so that they can get into the facility and get with the doctor, the chiropractor, so they can get to know and experience firsthand, right, the actual facility and service. So then they can then be upsold to different products and services. So once they actually land on the ad that tells them either what the offer is, or to download a free cheat sheet, or to go to, let's say, a particular blog post to gather information, then the next step is to actually have them click on the ad and then go to the landing page. And the landing page does a few things for you. It really qualifies the prospect for you. It lets them know if you are within this area, if you fit within this criteria, then you qualify for this particular offer, for this cheat sheet, whatever that may be, right? And then it collects the contact information so that it can get sent to you, or if you're like running a marketing agency, you can send that to them, and then the client is then responsible for following up with the lead and making sure they book the appointment. And so it really explains the offer and lets them know this is what you're getting, this is how much it's going to cost, or this is what you're going to get. And then all you got to do is click here to submit your information. And then the final step is a thank you page. The thank you page typically tells the prospects the next steps. Typically they can either call in for an appointment, or oftentimes the thank you page will have an area for them to schedule an appointment right there and then through using like a software like Calendly, Acuity Scheduling, Schedule Once. There's a lot of different scheduling softwares out there. Now remember, as I mentioned earlier in this course, that we want to make sure that we're always telling people what to do, right? We are guiding them, we're directing them. So at every particular stage here of the sales funnel, the ad is telling them to click here, go there, right? Take this action. The landing page is telling them, click here to submit your information, click here to, learn more, whatever that may be. And then the thank you page is doing the same exact thing. It's saying, hey, this is what the next steps are. You can schedule an appointment, or if you want to call in, and also letting them know if it's like a discount offer that space may be limited and you're only able to give out like 10 to 15 different vouchers or whatever, or maybe it's like a first come first serve. So letting them know that space is limited will help you in converting more people and actually taking action. Because one of the things that we've noticed through like this 3-step local sales funnel is that it's quite easy to get people to the thank you page to submit their information. They're interested, but the follow-up is where people fall through the cracks, because with the clients not being able to call them as quickly as possible, without not being able to follow up as quickly as possible, people get disinterested, right? They get distracted or whatever that may be. And so when they have to come into like a local facility, it's quite difficult, because they may have submitted their information because they were interested at that given moment, and they just wanted it at that particular time. But as more time passes, that lead gets colder. And so it's really important, if you're like a local business that requires them to come to your location, that you're following up within 15 minutes of the leads coming in. So that's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the 4-step digital products sales funnel here. And this particular funnel, really the only difference here is that we're presenting a particular offer. And let me show you how this would get set up here. So the very first step would be to have an ad, just like the old funnel here that we went over as far as the 3-step local business funnel. We have some sort of ad, we have some sort of marketing material that has made our prospects become aware of us, our product, our service, whatever it is that we're trying to promote, through some sort of free information, lead magnet, whatever that may be, right? So once they see our ad, they're going to go to a landing page. The landing page is going to explain essentially what the offer is, what they're going to get, right? And then the next stage is going to be where they're taken to a one-time offer. Now, this is a very low-cost offer here, under $50, typically $17, $27, something along those lines, where it's kind of like a no-brainer, right? Where you're not asking them to take out, $100 or whatever. It's very low cost, and it's something that is called a tripwire. This is what it's commonly known as, but it's very low cost offer that still provides a ton of value, right? You want to make sure that whatever it is that you have as a one-time offer, that you're providing a ton of value, and that you are, delivering it right there and then. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you had a coaching business and consulting business, right, that helps marketing agencies essentially generate more leads that turn into clients, right? So with your ad here, maybe you have some sort of free cheat sheet where you're telling them, hey, how to get 5 leads in a week, whatever that may be, and then you take them to a landing page so that It can explain what that offer is, get them to, sign up for the, email, and actually get that particular, cheat sheet or lead magnet, whatever it may be. But then once they put in their information, instead of going to a thank you page, it takes them to a one-time offer. And oftentimes these one-time offers have like countdowns. They have, offers where it's like, hey, this offer will never be available ever again. You're only going to be able to see this one time. But for this, $19, $17, you're going to get a free mini course. We can call that, right? And the free mini course can be that one-time offer, and it can be maybe some of your past training. Maybe it can be a kind of a condensed version of what your actual, maybe full course is about, right? So this one-time offer really, makes it so that it's a no-brainer for the prospect, and it still provides a ton of value. And then once they are kind of going through your whole nurturing, sequence and process, they are able to get free valuable information from the lead magnet. They're able to get valuable information from the Tripwire, which is a very low cost. And then once they are actually, wanting to turn into an actual high paying customer, right? Where they moved from like a Tripwire offer, $17, $19, whatever that may be, to then becoming a full-on client or customer that pays you, $9.97 for coaching, for consulting, whatever that may be, right? That high ticket offer. But all along these lines, you're building trust, credibility, and authority. Now, the final step, right, is that thank you page. Same as the 3-step. We're confirming that they either purchased the product and it's on their way, or that, the next steps that they need to know about as far as, moving forward along in the sales funnel. So that's essentially, in a simple form here, the 4-step digital product sales funnel. Remember, the only difference here is that we have a one-time low ticket item, and it's really allowing them to take advantage of this limited time offer that is extremely valuable, and it's extremely low cost, and the value is massive. So that's it for this video here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about how to create the perfect lead magnet. So your lead magnet is essentially what you're giving away for free when somebody's opting into your sales funnel. It's a valuable piece of content, information, something that lets your prospect essentially download, get through their email, and then an exchange for their particular email address, so you can continue to market to them and they can get down into your sales funnel. So the lead magnet must solve a specific problem for that particular prospect. A good example of this is a particular lead magnet that talks about learn how to accomplish, achieve, or do X, right? So let me give you kind of an example here of the different things that we can use for a lead magnet and how a lead magnet typically looks. So when we go over here, we see that a lead magnet can be a cheat sheet, can be a checklist, swipe file, recording of a talk that you gave, some sort of training out there, right? Resources that you may have, maybe a buyer's guide, some kind of email course, whatever that may be, right? Something of high value that your prospect wants, they want to learn, they want to learn how to, right? And that you can really position as it being highly, extremely valuable, right? So that all you have to do is position it in a way for them to just simply submit their information, their email, right? Contact information, and then they're going to get this right away. So here's a great example of a lead magnet. This is for content marketing, for traffic and sales. A very nice picture of the ebook here, right? And the ebook may just be, 20 pages, right? But it's an ebook that looks to be providing a ton of value here, and it has a learn to create, optimize, and market engaging content in order to build, scale, and grow your business, right? It has that type of headline that really tells the individual what exactly they're going to learn and what they're going to get from this particular lead magnet, right? Ebook. And all they have to do, nice and simple. I love this particular pop-up here because it has a section here for them to put in their email address. They don't even need their name, right? So it's reducing the friction, right? The resistance that prospect has to go through to submit their information. It's nice, simple, and easy for them. Plus, they have a really nice button here. Send me the training, which is blue. It pops out and it has the call to action there. Send me the training. Oftentimes, you can have that particular button there, and if you don't have the right wording, that can actually decrease your number of conversions, right? Because this is essentially, what you want people to be doing. You want them to be following your guidelines, following a process, a system that you have laid out for them, so that they can get to the next step of the sales funnel. And this send me the training is just like saying, hey, send me that right away so that I can get that valuable piece of content for free. So highly recommend that when you're putting together a lead magnet, look through all these different types of content pieces you may have. Maybe you can put some together and kind of repackage it as a lead magnet and teach people. Let's say, for example, with a marketing agency where, let's say you're a consultant or you're some sort of coach that coaches marketing agencies. You can have a lead magnet that says, learn how to get 3 to 5 appointments a week with this simple system or sales process or templates or whatever that may be, right? But it's about teaching somebody, right, your prospect, a valuable lesson, a valuable piece of information for free, and then you getting their information. So that's it for this video here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about the 5 must-have core elements of any landing page, which can be broken down further into the particular building blocks that I'm about to go through here. But just to kind of give you an idea, the elements here are crucial and essential for the landing page so that it accomplishes its goal, right? And its goal is to capture somebody's information, to make a sale, or to get somebody to take a specific action, right? So the 5 elements here are going to be the unique selling proposition, which is number 1, where you want to have a main headline, and then you want to have a supporting headline, a reinforcing statement, and then a closing argument. Now, I'm going to walk through a visual example of these particular elements so you can see them on a particular landing page, but I just want to lay these out for you. Now, the main headline, this could be as simple as learn how to make money online or learn how to lose weight, right? Nice and simple. And then you want to have the supporting headline, something that kind of supports obviously that main headline. So learn how to lose weight, right? Can be the main headline. And then it could be on the supporting headline, learn how to lose weight fast, even if you have tried other diets in the past, right? Something nice and simple, or even learn how to lose weight without having to diet and exercise, right? Something that is supporting your main headlines. Then you want to have like a reinforcing statement where you essentially lay out like another critical detail, another critical kind of reinforcement that really paints the picture for your prospect, right? So you have your main headline, learn how to lose weight, supporting headline, learn how to lose weight without diet and exercise, and then the reinforcement statement, learn how to easily lose weight with this new and improved diet or system or whatever that may be. And the closing argument statement can be as simple as XYZ number of people are losing weight, have lost weight, and now you can too with this step-by-step system, right? Nice and simple. And so number 2, which is the hero shot, and this is where we have like images or maybe like a video that talks about that particular, product, that service, that offer that you're presenting, right? Nice and simple. And then number 3, this is where we have the benefits. This is where you have like the bullet points, like, learn how to easily lose weight without diet and exercise, and then how to eat your most favorite foods while still losing weight. Things like that, where they are supporting your headline, your unique value proposition, right? And it's just kind of extra added bonuses that people get to know that they are also getting, and what's included once they purchase or they submit their information. And then we have social proof. Now, I think this is one of the most important parts here, because with social proof, this lets people know that others have already been successful with this product or service. And that if others can be successful with this product and service, then they can as well, right? So this is kind of like the herd mentality. XYZ people, or John or Jane, is having success and has lost weight, then I can too, right? It gives people the understanding and the trust that, hey, if somebody else is experiencing this and has a good experience, and I should be able to have a good experience as well. So number 5, this is where you have your final call to action here, right? This is where you're telling people what exactly to do. Click here, buy now, submit your information, right? You want it to be hyper specific, because people are oftentimes going to be, right, procrastinating. They're going to be, thinking it over, and you want people to not really think about it, because at the end of the day, right, in this sense, at the end of the day, people are going to make a decision based off emotion, then they're going to justify it logically. So if they're trying to get all the data points, the facts, and all this stuff, right, they're never really going to make a decision. And that's the same thing if they're buying a car, or if they're buying a simple ebook for $37, $47, whatever that may be, right? It's all based off emotion, and very, very little of it has to do with logic, because the logic is justified after the purchase has been made. Now let's go to the actual landing page design element. So this is essentially what we talked about in the previous slides, where you have the headline that matches what was clicked on the ad or email or whatever it is that you sent out to your market, right, to your prospective market, and they clicked on the ad or whatever, and they got to this page now, which is a landing page that gets them to take a desired action, right? So here's the headline, here's the supporting headline, here's the hero shot here, and then you have the form header. This is where they're putting in their information, a nice big call to action button there, and then you have some social proof here. Then you tell them a little bit about what this is in more detail, some benefits right here, right? And then another social proof testimonial right here as well. Now, this is like essentially above the fold here, this first page, and this is like below the fold. So just think about this second page here as the continuation of this first one here, because I couldn't get this to fit all in one slide as far as, the whole length of it. So then here we have a reinforcing statement to maintain the interest. And then we have more benefits right here, right? The features and the benefits. All these things are important because you want to get the prospect excited. You want to get them wanting to, purchase this product, to submit their information, whatever that may be, because the whole emotional side of things is what's really going to make them want to do this particular action here, right? Email information, contact information, purchasing information, whatever that may be that you're looking for them to submit, right? You want to make this very personal, and the more personal that you can make this, the easier it is for the actual prospects to convert, because it's just like you're talking to them, and they're going to feel that way, like, wow, this person here is talking to me, so let me go ahead and take this desired action, whatever it may be. That's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, so now let's go through a landing page design walkthrough here. Now, I use ClickFunnels. There's a ton of different funnel building softwares out there. All right, so now let's go through a landing page design walkthrough here. Now, I use ClickFunnels. There's a ton of different funnel building softwares out there. I'll leave a link, or I'll even go through perhaps some additional types of funnel building services out there. ClickFunnels has just been the easiest for me. So let me go ahead and walk you through how I would set up a funnel. So the first thing that I would do is I would go to add new here. And then there's two sections. There's the cookbook builder process, which I like to utilize more often than not. This is where you're getting set up with some templates that are essentially done for you, and you just got to change out some key pieces of information. Or a classic funnel builder which is more step by step, and you're kind of just starting from scratch, and you're inputting kind of what you're looking for. I'm just going to go ahead and go to this Start Cookbook here. All right, so what this now shows me is different types of funnels for different types of industries, and essentially what I'm trying to accomplish, right? If I'm trying to sell a product, if I'm trying to create an event, generate leads, let's say for this one here, let's say we're trying to generate leads, okay? And then we have the goals down here, which is fantastic. So I want their contact information, or I want them to fill out an application. I want them to fill out a survey. Just for this simple example here, I want their contact information. And so typically what we can use here for generating leads and just getting their contact information is this simple lead magnet funnel here. So let's go ahead and select this one. And down here we can see all of the lead magnet forms here. And these are all super simple. I love these because they are just super easy to just navigate through. And if we want to, generate leads for a particular business, maybe we're a coach, we're a consultant, these are some of the best here. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on this one here, the JSON or JSON lead magnet funnel. And then this is essentially how it looks. You got a one step here, and it says discover what you need to know about setting up, running a profitable business. Okay, great. So then we just go to get funnel, and this automatically gets added to our ClickFunnels here. All right, so now we just go here to edit page, and this is going to pull up the funnel here. Now you can see here everything is laid out in like different blocks. You got rows, you got columns, you got sections. Now before we dive into the landing page elements here, I want to show you what this menu is up here and what all the buttons do essentially. So this is going to show us a mobile version of how this looks, okay? And then we're going to go back here to the desktop. This is for different apps. You don't really need that unless you're doing something custom, which I typically don't recommend you do. Here's the settings. So if you want to integrate like a MailChimp or GetResponse, your automated email sequence set up there where when somebody actually submits their information here, they get put into your email autoresponder sequence so that they can get the product or the lead magnet that they purchased or downloaded from submitting their information. SEO metadata here, when you essentially put this website up and live, you want to make sure you have the proper title here. So let's say I would put lead magnet example, and this is how it's going to show up in Google. Okay, learn how to generate leads on demand. Okay, because or else what ends up happening is you'll have your landing page be whatever was there previously, and it just doesn't look good. So okay, you're good there, and then we go to save, and so we are good to go there. Now tracking code, this is for like a Facebook pixel or even like the Google UTM tracking information here. You want to put that up here, and then we have the background, essentially the background image here. If you want to change this, you can see how it looks different. The design, the background here, we're just going to put it to full center. I think that's how it was. Yep, just like that. We'll leave it off. Okay, great. And then the typography here, obviously this is the font. If you want to change that, text color, and then the general here, where if you have the asset, once they submit their information here, are they going to get taken to a specific page, or are they going to download a specific page here? So as you can see, I have a digital asset. I have a landing page that is just like this. So let me actually show you how my particular landing page looks, where I have this digital asset. I'm actually using this theme here, and you'll see kind of how I changed it and modified it. So let's go right here, and let me type this in here. Let me make a duplicate copy of this, and then juangalvan.com. Okay, for whatever reason, this is showing that it's not secure. It should be. So let me see here. Advanced. Not sure why that's showing that there, but it should be secure. So here we can see get my free cheat sheet. Learn my 3-step system to get clients in any niche with a few simple little tricks. Get my free cheat sheet. And then this button pops up. And then they have a cheat sheet to essentially have them put in their information. They're going to get this cheat sheet, you know, that explains exactly how to do that. Okay. And then I have the 3 secrets here. I have the button here again. I have some testimonials here, right? So it's essentially the same exact kind of framework. And I'm just having people come in here and submitting their information to get my cheat sheet. Let's go back over here. So I use this theme, okay? And so how I'm actually updating this is essentially, let's say I want to change this here, okay? Just click on that and then I can change this right here, nice and simple, discover. Or if I want to take this a step further, maybe get a little bit more granular with it, I can change the actual font size here, change the margin. This goes up and down. And I don't want to make this a full-on ClickFunnels tutorial because that can be a whole another course in and of itself. Just want to kind of give you an overview of the designing of the landing page and kind of the walkthrough and how everything kind of works here for the most part through ClickFunnels. So then I have the text color, bold color, icon color if I want to put those in here. And then we have the advanced up here where we can put the line height. That shows you like that. We'll go back to, I think it was 1 right there. Letter spacing, radius, padding, the borders here if you want to have like a full border. So that's that for this section here. And so this button here is essentially what people are going to be putting in, right? So that they can submit their information. So this button right here, and you can put set action. And so with the set action, this is where you want this to get set up. Do you want this to go to the next step in the funnel? Do you want them to open up a pop-up? Or do you want them to go into a Facebook opt-in? Do you want them to go to a specific page on your website? Whatever that may be, right? You have full control here as to what this button's going to do. And I typically just have the opens a pop-up, and you can see the pop-up right here, show pop-up. And this is how this looks. So I changed this, right, from this here to this here, and it's very simple. So all we do here is this is where we add the images, right? If you want to add a new image in there. And let's say that you deleted this but you still wanted an image there, right? So really all you would need to do is click on this, add a new element, and add image. It's that simple. If you want to move this up here, it's literally drag and drop. You want to go ahead and add another image and maybe put it down here or up here. It's that simple as well. And if you want to kind of change up the spacing here, so you can move this up. And if you want to maybe have some space between these two here, go to the little circle there and then the top margin, see? So that's how you're able to space that out really, really simply. And so let's say I wanted to add another piece of content here, okay? So let's say we wanted to add a paragraph, that simple right there. We wanted to add, let's say, a video. I mean, it's that simple. We can add in all these different elements. I'm going to exit out of that. Now we can edit the settings here. Just like pretty much like I showed you, we can get a lot more in depth. And then the advanced, we can have shadows. We can have this button here do a bunch of stuff. Let me show you. So let's say we wanted that button to have kind of a wobble. And there you go. So it kind of wobbles there. Or even, let's go to advanced, button, bounce. There we go. So it kind of stands out, and it actually even looks pretty good here. depending on the kind of setup that you have. So you want it to have like a bounce. There you go. Or maybe even rocking. And these kind of effects are really good because they help with conversions. They help, pop this button out so people can be drawn to it, right? So let's say you wanted to then add, some more information, kind of like I did for mine. You come down here and you add a new section, okay? And this section is essentially, what these are, right? Like this is a section here. So let me show you. Full width, okay? And then in here, within the section, we have columns, okay? So 1 column, 2 column. This is, let me even go here. So this right here is 2 columns, right? You can see the picture there, and then on the right hand side, those are 2 columns. So same thing here. If we want that kind of setup, we go 2 columns. Okay, and there we go. And so we can literally go like this. Let's say clone this and move this down here into that, and then take this. Well, we got to take bits and pieces here. So let's say if we wanted to just take this and move it down here. Okay, nice and simple. And let's say we wanted to have like the 3 sections. Let me just go ahead and delete this. But let's say we wanted to have like the 3 sections here, where kind of like how I have it down here, where this is what you're going to learn, 3 different things. So 3 columns. And so this is where we would set this up here. We could have like a button here. Let's go right here. Let's go to the button. There's a button right there. We can change this button with the color. We can go to the advanced section if we want to make this button like even larger. If we want to have shadow in here, let me show you. There's dark shadow and then text shadow. You want it to have dark shadow here, and then let's go hard shadow. You see kind of the background kind of lighted up there. You go no shadow, and then some, where's the dark shadow? There you go. There's a dark shadow with highlight. So there's a lot of different features, functionalities here. So this is essentially how you want to start developing a landing page, right? You want to look at what is your main objective. Do you want to generate leads? Do you want to sell a product, right? And so once you have that understanding, then you can go ahead and look for different funnels that solve that problem. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you different types of funnels that are done for you with email sequences and everything, and all you need to do is literally just put in your information as the funnel is already designed, and then you're going to be ready to go with a highly converting sales funnel. So that's it for this one here. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's take a look at the ClickFunnels marketplace. Now, this is a fantastic place for you to come in here and be able to purchase done for you funnels that are already converting. They've already been, proven and tested, and they've been built by some of the top funnel designers in the market. So this particular URL up here, marketplace.clickfunnels, is going to take you to the page there. And what you can do is you can either shop templates or you can find an expert. And this is essentially giving us some example funnels in here that we can purchase that are done for you. So here's a product launch funnel. Here's a squeeze page funnel, personal training squeeze page, and then people can leave reviews. But oftentimes some of these funnels are great because they've already been tested, as I mentioned. They've already been converting, and it's really just as simple as you changing out the pictures, the copy to fit your particular design. And so here is a particular individual here, featured consultant. You can browse all consultants. You can open this up here. Keep in mind that if you do contact some of these guys here, they are going to most likely charge you a good amount because they are, essentially creating something from scratch, right? So that's going to garner a significant amount of investment, and it can be up to several thousands of dollars, if not more. So coming back over here to the marketplace, what's right here, this is a marketplace, and this is how it looks when it's full on the marketplace view here. So we can look at some of the most top rated funnels here, or we can look at funnels that are specific for what we're trying to accomplish. So let's say we wanted to find a product launch funnel. We have funnels here that we can look at, and then we can go towards the best selling here, or we can even go to the prices high to low. The majority of these high-end funnels are going to be $297, and when you think about it, I mean, $297 is very low, because the other thing that comes with these funnels is automated email sequencing. So I mean, it is just a fantastic setup. So let's go down here and let's look at one of these different types of funnels. So let's say this one here, like the management, coaching and consulting one here. And this is for $297. We get a done for you funnel, and we can kind of open this in a new image here to look at this a little bit bigger here so we can see how this looks. Okay, great. Again, this is exactly how it's going to look. You can change this up here. Let's go down here, and then we can look at the skill level here. It tells us for beginners. They also provide video tutorials, how to edit stuff, as far as the different elements, how to add in your own, piece of information that you're going to need, and then funnel steps here, right? So you have the squeeze page number one, which is essentially the landing page where you're going to be collecting information. And then it's going to get taken to a series of videos here. And then it's going to go to a product page here, typically, for them to purchase whatever that may be. And then a thank you page. So this is a fantastic page here. This is a good setup here. You can see it's essentially where you have like some kind of webinar or something like that most likely these guys are presenting, and then you get taken to the product page where they can purchase. So coming down here, one of the great things that we can also see this has is email sequencing. But here's the order page there, their offer wall. And so one of the great things that a lot of funnels don't often include, and they essentially lose a lot of business because of this, is not including email sequences, where you have somebody that puts in their information right immediately. As soon as they put in their information, they get an email, maybe introducing yourself, providing that free content, that valuable piece of content, and then getting them into your sequence. And the way that these emails are laid out are essentially a structure of 5 emails that go out 2 to 3 days apart from each other, and that you can easily just put in your own information there for your product or service. And then these are for conversion, and then these are abandoned cart sequence emails. So this is also fantastic. Obviously, if somebody comes onto your landing page, they don't actually purchase the product, maybe they put it into their cart and they leave for whatever reason, we can send these out as well. And obviously, all these different things are included. Blake Newbar, I've actually bought some funnels from him. Very, very highly recommended. And also, he has, a ton of reviews from other people that have used his funnels, and it's just fantastic. I mean, let's go back over here. Let me show you some different types of funnels. So we have this one here. Let's look at this one here. Modern product launch funnel. Let's take a look at that. Okay, I think it's over here. All right, so the Mike Filsami modern product launch funnel templates. Okay, great. Let's see how this looks. Oh, okay, we can see how this looks here. Open a new tab here. Awesome. Okay, so this includes like this kind of page here. Okay, so I see what this is here. Just a pretty good template. The only thing is that for whatever reason, looks like these guys don't have email sequences. So we can see a sample of how this looks. DOMY or domy.site. Oh, looks like, well, these guys actually have another page. Oh, wow. So it turns out these are additional funnels here that you can purchase. I did not even notice this. So here's another resource that you'll have for you to be able to come in here and look at some different funnels for different services. Here's one for landscaping, and these are all done through ClickFunnels, I'm assuming there. Okay, yep, ClickFunnels. And then here's one for like hotel, luxury. But the point here is that this marketplace is essentially all you need for the most part to find some, top end funnels that you can use and plug in right away. Let's see if we can find maybe some lead magnet type of stuff here. Sales funnel, opt-in. Let's see if we got this one right here. Okay, great. High to low. And then let's look at some different ones here. So here's like a dentistry funnel. So like if you're maybe looking to run a funnel for a local business, you can get that one as well. Let's look over here. Okay, so this is a simple teeth cleaning funnel here. Okay, you got the thank you page, opt-in page. This is how the opt-in page looks. Okay, yep, so this is a nice and simple local business sales funnel. And then you got some reviews here. Okay, great. I actually want to go back and I want to look at the Blake Newbar because he has a bunch of funnels. Let's see if we can look at all his funnels here. And his funnels are, top notch. I can highly recommend his funnels. Here's another one here. There's a premium dentist right there. Here's some bundles that you can purchase. Here's a real estate lead magnet one here. A premium local business. So there's a ton of these here. This is for consulting, $297. This is a 3-step funnel where you have the lead capture notification, goes through a application, and then to then actually purchase like a consulting call, whatever that may be. Okay, great. Does it have emails? Okay, so this one does not have, well, actually, I think it does. Okay, feature testimonial, email opt-in. Okay, so it does have email sequences, just not seeing them here. And then look at, you can see all the different reviews from people, positive feedback. Okay, great. Here's like a nice lead magnet for the real estate market. Okay. Email sequences as well. This is for a simple local business here where you have a opt-in, schedule a consultation, and then that should be it there. And then they have emails here. Fantastic. So highly recommend you come into the ClickFunnels marketplace. Check this out, play around with this, but this is where you're going to find top of the line funnels that are already done for you. And that's one of the reasons why I like ClickFunnels is because at any given time, I can come in here and if I want to, look for some kind of funnel, I don't really necessarily have to build it myself. I can purchase one of these and then I can kind of customize it, modify it to fit kind of what I'm looking for, right? To fit my mold. But I know that by purchasing one of these, I can have like a good framework to work off of, right? Here's one for like a life coach. Okay, great. And this one has like a reverse squeeze page, email opt-in, application, thank you page. Okay, fantastic. So this is for like a digital agency here. You have the reverse squeeze page, email opt-in, application. Okay, fantastic. And then some good reviews. So, yep, highly recommend come in here, check this out. You're going to be able to find a ton of funnels that will work for your business. That's it for this video here, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. All right, so let's talk about key sales funnel metrics. Now, whenever you're running any type of sales funnel, it's important to have an understanding of where everyone is in your sales funnel and what are the metrics, the numbers behind the conversions, the number of individuals that moved from one stage to the other, how long it's taken you to convert, a prospect to an actual, customer. And this illustration right here is a fantastic one for really kind of understanding what we're trying to accomplish and kind of the flow of the number of individuals that come in at the very top, right, and then move down progressively through our sales funnel steps, and then the number gets smaller, because at the very top, right, we want to have kind of that wide net where it's a little bit more open to people who just kind of want to learn more and want to find out a little bit more about our product or service, but may not be ready to buy, right? They may be at a different buyer stage in that journey. So it's really important that we understand the numbers that are coming in at the top and then through each individual stage here. You'll notice that here at the very top we have 2,000, right? And then as everything moves down the line here, our actual number of prospects, actually gets smaller. And that's the way it should be, because these individuals here have all disqualified themselves and are not ready to buy. They're at different stages of the buyer's journey, and these all have actually, purchased and are ready to become that customer and are ready to then, get upsold potentially to different products and services once they've benefited from this original product that has been sold. So some of these common questions that I like to ask when a sales funnel has been going on for a while, or even prior, you can get this kind of ready to go so that you'll be primed and ready for, once you start collecting some data, you'll know to ask these questions and look at kind of where you're at. So the first question here is, how many new leads are created every single month? Where are these leads coming from, right? What sources are generating the most leads? And how many leads convert to opportunities? So how many leads are actually turning into right here? So qualified opportunities to get to that next step. And what is a conversion rate from prospect to an actual customer? So what is a conversion rate from somebody coming in here at the very top to actually becoming a paying customer? What are those numbers, right? And then how much is the average deal size? Is the average deal size, 500, 1,000? Is it $40, $50? Where it may be a low ticket offer in the very beginning, and then after they become a paying customer here, then they're upsold higher ticket items, right? And then how long is the average sales cycle? So does it take somebody 2 weeks, a week, 3 or 4 days? What is that average timeline? Some people, it may take months, but what is the average that we're seeing, and how can we use that to our advantage, right? And then finally here we have, what is the total number of open opportunities? How many new opportunities are open out there in the marketplace? And that's typically where we have like the product demo here, where people have qualified themselves, okay? And then they have moved into the product demo. And you can count either one of these depending on which one you want to really look at. If we just look at kind of the broad scope of open opportunities, then we can just go to here where 1,400 people have qualified themselves as an actual lead. So just wanted to share this with you here as far as some questions you need to be asking, as far as the data that you're collecting and how you can better understand your data, your metrics, so you can adjust and modify your sales funnel as needed. All right, so that's it for this section here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.